In the Holy Bible, Immanuel, also spelled Emmanuel, with, of course, an E, is a name that appears in the book of Isaiah and is later referenced in the Gospel of Matthew. The name literally means God is with us in Hebrew and is considered a prophetic sign of divine presence. Isaiah 7:14 indicates,
"Behold, a virgin will be with child and bear a son, and she will call his name Immanuel."
This verse is often interpreted as a prophecy about the coming of the Messiah in the Judaic and Christian faiths. Matthew 1:22-23 connects this prophecy to Jesus Christ, indicating that his birth fulfills Isaiah's aforementioned words. In Christian theology, Immanuel is generally understood as a symbolic name for Jesus, emphasizing his divine nature and presence among humanity. With respect to the Urantia Book, it appears accurate to speculate that some authors of the Bible may have misinterpreted the name of Immanuel, along with other distortions, such as Jesus being from the house of David, consequent to Christ Michael once publicly denying that he was from the house of David, located in 122:4.4. The punchline is that Immanuel is not Jesus nor God, but is still a significant figure in the Urantia Book, who is described as a supreme Trinity personality and an elder brother to Jesus Christ Michael. He is known for his sublime dignity, refusal to accept worship, and has never acknowledged subordination to his brother Michael, located in 33:5.2. These characteristics greatly distinguish him from other beings in our local universe. Immanuel serves as an advisor to the Sovereign Son in the capacity of the Union of Days, offering counsel only when requested of him. One of his most crucial roles was during Michael's final bestowal on Urantia, where he acted as a paradise counselor. Before Michael's incarnation as Jesus, Immanuel provided guidance and accepted custody of the universe's administration during Michael's absence. His counsel helped shape the bestowal experience, ensuring Michael's mission was carried out effectively. Since a great deal of information is written about Immanuel in the Urantia Book, for the sake of brevity and accuracy, I will offer a dozen excerpts that will hopefully increase your perspective of who Immanuel truly is. Due to this part's length, I will not be distorting my voice. All right, here we go. 33:5.1. At the head of the Paradise Group in Lebanon is the ambassador of the Paradise Trinity, Immanuel of Salvington, the Union of Days assigned to the local universe of Lebanon. In a certain sense, this High Trinity Son is also the personal representative of the Universal Father to the court of the Creator Son, hence his name, Immanuel. 33:5.2. Immanuel of Salvington, number 611,121 of the Sixth Order of the Supreme Trinity Personalities, is a being of sublime dignity and of such superb condensation that he refuses the worship and adoration of all living creatures. 33:6.1. At such times, Gabriel always seeks the counsel of Immanuel of Salvington regarding all major problems. 43:4.2. This faithful of days is a Trinity Son of Paradise and has been present on Urantia as the personal representative of Immanuel since the creation of the headquarters world. 53:4.5. He, of course being Lucifer, would openly defy and arrogantly challenge Michael, Immanuel, and the Ancients of Days, and then point to the fact that no action ensued as positive evidence of the impotency of the universe and the superuniverse governments. 53:5.1. Upon the outbreak of the Satania rebellion, Michael took counsel of his paradise brother Immanuel. 54:5.8. It is evident that Immanuel counseled Michael to remain aloof from the rebels and allow rebellion to pursue a natural course of self-obliteration. 119.2.3. Simultaneously with the reception of this request on Salvington, Michael initiated the second of those extraordinary proclamations of intention to be absent from the universe headquarters for the purpose of
doing the bidding of my Paradise Father,
promising to return in due season, and concentrating all authority in the hands of his Paradise brother, Immanuel, the Union of Days. 119.1.2. In all Salvington, only the divine minister and Immanuel knew what was taking place, and the Union of Days shared his secret only with the chief executive of the universe, Gabriel, the bright and morning star. 119.1.1. It was a solemn occasion on Salvington almost 1 billion years ago when the assembled directors and chiefs of the universe of Nebadon heard Michael announce that his elder brother, Immanuel, would presently assume authority in Nebadon, while he, Michael, would be absent on an unexplained mission. No other announcement was made about this transaction except that the farewell broadcast to the Constellation Fathers, among other instructions, said,
"And for this period I place you under the care and keeping of Immanuel, while I go do the bidding of my Paradise Father."
119.3.2. Upon the request of Michael, action on the petition of the life carriers of this planet was deferred pending its consideration by Immanuel and his report thereon. Michael proceeded to place universe direction in the hands of Immanuel, while the entrusted command of the celestial forces to Gabriel. And having thus disposed of his administrative responsibilities, he took leave of the universe mother spirit and vanished from the dispatching field of Salvington, precisely as he had done on 2 previous occasions. 120.0.6. Having determined the time of his final bestowal and having selected the planet whereon this extraordinary event would take place, Michael held the usual pre-bestowal conference with Gabriel and then presented himself before his elder brother and paradise counselor, Immanuel. All powers of universe administration, which had not previously been conferred upon Gabriel, Michael now assigned to the custody of Immanuel. And just before Michael's departure for the Urantia incarnation, Immanuel, in accepting the custody of the universe during the time of the Urantia bestowal, proceeded to impart the bestowal counsel, which would serve as the incarnation guide for Michael when he would presently grow up on Urantia as a mortal of the realm. So in a nutshell, Immanuel typically functions as the ambassador for the Paradise Trinity during Michael's presence in our local universe, a vice-regent sovereign when Michael is outside of his local universe, and acted as our supreme sovereign during Christ Michael's bestowal missions. This awesome and uncontestable power was depicted in 121.5 that states,
"In this interim of your incarnation, I hold the orders of the Ancients of Days, which unqualifiedly mandate the instantaneous and automatic extinction of any being guilty of rebellion or presumed to instigate insurrection in the universe of Nebadon while you are absent on this bestowal."
Let me highlight the words extinction here. In universe administrative terms, this is the most final form of consequent action any universe administrator can take. Consequently, this brutal expectation of conformity was one of the many reasons no rebellious entity dared to interfere during Christ Michael's submission to the will of his Father until Jesus fully ascended his sovereignty on Mount Hermon. In 134.8.6, during Christ Michael's sojourn on our planet, Immanuel presented much guidance to his brother, which included in 122.2, number 1, terminate the Lucifer rebellion. And that was first and foremost. Number 2, assume a humbled state. This is an important one just because submitting to the will of the Father is, of course, trusting the Father, which meant putting aside his many powers. Number 3, serve the functions of the Son of Man, planetary prince, Son of God, and system sovereign. Friendly reminder, Jesus Christ Michael wasn't just the Son of God. He has many functions and roles in our local universe. In addition, Immanuel gave Michael specific instructions during Jesus' time on our planet, which included 123.5.
Under no circumstances, and not even in the least detail, should you interfere with the normal and orderly progressive evolution of the Urantia races. But this prohibition must not be interpreted as limiting your efforts to leave behind you on Urantia as enduring an improved system of positive religious ethics. As a dispensational son, you are granted certain privileges pertaining to the advancement of the spiritual and religious status of the world peoples.
With the exception of perhaps some advanced boat building techniques, Jesus focused solely on our spiritual advancement on the planet and did not artificially advance our species past its inherent scientific readiness. There were, of course, some blurry moments, such as when Jesus gave instructions on astrology and 153.3, or other pseudosciences presented during the time of his many discourses. Part of these discourses, however, never included writing anything down. In 123.7, when Immanuel indicated that,
to the end that you may not unnecessarily contribute to the creation of subsequent stereotype systems of Urantia religious beliefs or other types of non-progressive religious loyalties, we advise you still further. Leave no writings behind you on the planet. Refrain from all writing upon permanent materials. Enjoin your associates to take no images or other likenesses of you in the flesh. See that nothing potentially idolatrous is left on the planet at your time of departure.
So not only was Jesus instructed as to not write anything down, we also found out that his likeness was also something he refused to utilize. In 123.8, Immanuel stated,
while you will live the normal and average social life on the planet, being a normal individual of the male sex, you will probably not enter the marriage relation, which relation would be wholly honorable and consistent with your bestowal. But I must remind you that one of the incarnation mandates of Sonarington forbids the leaving of human offspring behind on any planet by a bestowal son of paradise origin.
Oh man, I would love to hear where this rule came from on Sonorington. I would speculate when I say I'm guessing something must have happened with another creator son in the past. But what problems did this create? Did the masses worship the grandson upon the withdrawal of the creator son from their planet? Leave your speculations in the comments below. Lastly, we learn in 123.9 that Immanuel indicated,
in all the other details of your oncoming bestowal, we would commit you to the leading of the indwelling adjuster, the teaching of the ever-present divine spirit of human guidance, and the reasoned judgment of your expanding human mind of heredity endowment. Such an association of creature and creator attributes will enable you to live for us the perfect life of man on the planetary spheres. Not necessarily perfect as regarded by any one man and any one generation on any one world, much less on Urantia, but wholly and supremely replete as evaluated on the more highly perfected and perfecting worlds of your far-flung universe.
Talk about setting the bar for sure. Again, Christ Michael, much like us, currently was led by his own thought adjuster, which of course is the will of God. Thank you again for watching today's video, your continued support, and of course, I will see you on the next one.